Hi, my name is Lisa and my head is on the clouds. First, because I'm a space lawyer, and second, because I love to dream, and this is my Tech Takes a Break. Well, a day in my life starts with the alarm, literally, and the limit time before I need to leave the house. My work, so I'm going there from 9 until the evening. This is where my free time starts. I'm doing all the hobbies, ice skating or talking with my family as well. So I'm extending that time until pretty late. And the weekends I have total freedom of doing everything else that I'm doing. My day-to-day job has to do with export controls. So I'm working in a very, very big company called Airbus when I'm working in the legal department. Besides this, before I was working as well in a startup. So all of this was connected to space law. More precisely, every day I'm actually mixing tech part and legal part as part of my actual job. So I'm dealing with not only understanding the regulations, explaining the regulations, but also integrating AI and automation into the legal profession in general. Space law is a set of rules that are governing space activities. So when we are going to space, we need to have it regulated, we need to have rules for this. So I discovered this in Finland when I was doing my exchange year, and I had a subject called space law in there, and I was very enthusiastic about it and decided to do it. And since then, life has changed completely. I went to International Space University. I actually completed the entire master's in space law, and it has been a really fun turn in my life. I was not expecting that I will be working in a space field, but it turned out in a very fantastic way. Well, the challenge is that we are actually having the space flight is not the same as it was at the time that we created the first space treaties. We need to actually rethink what are we doing with those. It's a very challenging part of it because there is no rules written and we need to create them. But at the same time, it's a very exciting part because we are feeling like we are part of something new. So the challenge of this is how do we do this responsibly? And the excitement is that we're actually agreeing how to do this responsibly, and we all see these rules and recognize this rule as a space community and in general as a world community. There is this development and trend within the space industry that it is getting easier to get access to space. We are democratizing access to space. Space environment is really a blend of different expertise, so there is a lot of people working on the same thing. To launch a rocket, you would need an engineer, you would need a lawyer, you would need people literally from different backgrounds every single day. If I could go back to my younger self, I would say being consistent and having this discipline of continuously doing what you like without stopping. So you need to show your passion to begin with. My day-to-day job is to work with rules and regulations, and they're everywhere in there. So what I do to take a break is to be in the environments where the rules are not existing. And this is art for me and painting for me. I enjoy it very much because it allows my brain to take an actual break. I'm expressing myself and I can totally lose myself when I am working with such a creative thing that I can sit on it on hours and just forget that the world is existing. I love traveling very much. I was never living in one country, and now I'm visiting it only for some time, and I can feel like life feels for the other person on this planet. The trip that stuck with me the most, I think this is the recent trip that I did actually to Iceland. That place was considered as one of the last corners of wilderness in Europe. The nature was untouched. Some of the corners you might think that maybe no one was even walking on that path for like literally 20 years. That travel actually marked me the most because it was for 8 days in the complete nothingness. My work has inspired me a lot when it comes to painting for one simple reason is that we are always fascinated by something that is mysterious, that is unreachable, that is invisible, and this is for me a great source of inspiration. My advice for all of those who want to take a break is to discover what activity is a break for you. Even talking to your loved ones, and that will be a good break. So you need to create that activity and just finding what is recharging your batteries.